I'm Crickets, and welcome back to I Have a Story. I can't believe I forgot to talk about this taking place in one of my court proceedings. And let me know, have you ever seen this before, heard of this? Has it ever happened to you? Do you even think is this right? Let me know. Do you think this is right or even legal? How does this happen? And why does this stuff keep happening to me? So I aired my story about how my ex-wife forged a warrant for my arrest, how she used my YouTube channel and even gave specific links to my channel and timestamps that I clearly did not say what she claimed I said on every single aspect. I will link these videos in at the end with the court documents in those videos to prove that she was, I mean, these are federal felonies. These are all lies. I do apologize. I've already made this video. This will be the third time now I'm making this video, so I've got to try to remember what I did and didn't say and where I need this. This is driving me nuts all the way around. Hopefully this video will work. So at that court date, at that court proceeding, we go to court, and the judge immediately dismissed my attorney, and she had the, what do you call it, the court prosecutor representing her. Immediately, as soon as the court proceeding started, the judge dismissed the attorney and the court prosecutor. It was already provable that these were all lies and a forged warrant that did not exist. One problem I have is why are they allowed the attorneys and the judge meet behind closed doors before the court date, before the proceeding, and already determine the outcome and what's going to happen? Why do we have court trials? I'm really confused here. How is that allowed? What's the point of even having the trial? Well, I mean, all they have to do, if they already got it figured out, and it's already figured out before anything even happens anyways, is you're a man, so you're just screwed. Instead of having a court proceeding, they could save me from putting on a suit and tie, save taxpayer dollars. Heck, instead of the judge sitting there on the bench not listening to what he don't want to hear anyway, he could be in his chambers getting educated in the law and learning stuff about like mental illness, where in front of the same judge, in the same case, my ex-wife claimed to be bipolar, professionally diagnosed. But she is now deemed cured of being bipolar, which there's no cure for bipolar. If any of these people were educated or cared, they know that. And she is no longer being seen, treated, or medicated for it. Do you understand how dangerous that is for children? Well, I've already proven how dangerous it is for me and how delusional her state of mind is. So why don't they just send me a box of nails and some steaks and say, here, go nail yourself to the stake? That ain't any more painful than what they're already doing to me or my kids. How is that allowed? But then, even continuing, which I wish I would have had my attorney standing next to me, even though we continued with the court proceeding. In a case like that, wouldn't you think the attorney or the judge would take the person who just committed countless federal felonies and say, ma'am, don't do this again. These are really, really bad no-nos. It's actually, they're obligated to persecute her for doing that. But they don't care. Instead, what that entire court case turned into was the judge is going to threaten me not to do the things that she claimed that I wasn't even doing. I mean, you want to understand my mentality, why I'm going crazy. This is absolute insanity. I will leave the docket number at the end of this video. You can pull. This is all public information. Do it. Go pull all my records from this court case. Pull the transcripts. You're going to see everything I'm telling you is true. You want to know more and more about why I'm losing it. And this is all these court systems are. How can that be? How can I just keep being found guilty year after year after year with somebody I have not even contacted, God, 4 years, but yet every year I get more filed against me. I've never even had a criminal record up until now. And my criminal record, according to every attorney who's reviewed this case and every other professional who's reviewed this case, I was never even accused of doing anything illegal. But yet I still get to keep paying for it? There's nothing in there that even says I did something illegal. But I got to keep paying for it. How is this possible? Please, I'm telling you, you pull these records, Monroe County Courthouse. I will leave you the docket number at the end of this. Everything I'm telling you is 100% true. If you don't want to believe the documents I've aired, pull them yourself. But then in front of the same judge, after he threw that out and then still threatened me and proceeded with the case, even though telling my attorney he's dismissed and doesn't need to be there no more and waits until my attorney leaves to continue on with the case, and then threatened me. Oh my God, this is insanity, people, insanity. How? This is what our court systems really are. I have 3 cases in 3 different systems here in the state of Michigan. All of them are false. None of them should even exist, but yet I get to keep going to court and getting treated like a criminal. Still denied my rights to my children illegally. It's all illegal. I aired the court documents where I filed because she's refusing me my court-ordered rights to my children. And the court says, we're not going to discuss that. But I filed the case. Even her attorney called it out. They said, yep, but still, too bad. What the? I'm losing it. How can any of this... I don't know. There's my story. Okay, so I'm going to clip this in at the end because I forgot to get this out, and I'm telling you, my head is spinning. I'm really, really having problems. After that court session, she went and filed again. And I aired this video, and I will be linking it in here. This is where women are allowed to erase men's rights. She crossed off court date. There was no court date. I'm just automatically found guilty. And no matter what all the accusations are and all the false baloney in between, all there is at the end that people look at is the title. Man was found guilty. Nobody goes through the documents when you have a court record and say what the case was about and that it was all a bunch of baloney. I have no previous record besides this. She does. Not only does she have a record, criminal, but also psych wards, mental institutes, all of it. But that's what's safe to put in sole care and block the dad illegally and not even allow him to access to those children to even talk to them to find out what's going on. 3 marriages, a dead child. None of it has mattered to these courts. I'm like, you understand why I'm struggling to even just sit here and even talk and get this out?